And now we move on to the hotly anticipated awards ceremony. So you saw a host of pitches this morning. You've chosen a winner, and the judges have chosen a winner. It was not easy. The deliberations were long, but we finally have 2 names for you. We are truly honored to welcome Merza Hassan from the World Bank Board of Executive Directors to announce the winners. Mirza Hassan was elected in 2006 to represent 13 countries as Executive Director to the World Bank Group. He has been Dean of the Board of Executive Directors since 2012. In this role, Dean Hassan considers and decides on the proposals on loans, guarantees, credits, grants, investments, and policies that impact World Bank operations. We are really honored to have him here to oversee our awards ceremony and to present the awards. Let's welcome him to the stage.
Thank you very much, and thank you for this youth summit and inviting the board, actually, which is the highest authority in this institution, to be here with you. I've been going around the institutions in the last 2 days, but I'm seeing, and I saw this, all the youth around us, which make youth inside me also, because it's very powerful when you have this amount of youth around you. But also as a World Bank, why we are really looking into the youth. Now, in many policy, we are trying to guide our client countries. We're always saying to them, don't look the way we are looking into the future and the issues which is related to the development. Look at it in the eye of the youth. And why youth? Because 2 things. First of all, they are different, the way they think, but also the way they learn now and acquiring knowledge. But also they like to be challenged. They just look into the future. They want to be challenged. You need to challenge them more. And I'm glad now we have this amount of youth around us from almost like 128 countries, representing different diversity. But also you provided solution to your community, and this is what is really interesting. The title of this summit is about smart city, and I heard your presentation. It was wonderful. It's also about how the smart city is becoming smart in creating jobs and putting better shared prosperity to become cleaner. This is what we are trying to do when we come and addressing the urbanization issues. And also urbanization brought with them a lot of poverty, then how we are fighting poverty among the urbanization. This is where honestly we are looking into the youth and how we can get your solutions and innovation. The whole issue of development and what the bank does for the client country, it's to provide the solution. We want to make this institutions as a solution bank, to provide solutions into complex, difficult problems, addressing many challenges facing the development, from poverty to sustainability to climate, and also how to create more jobs and really to improve the aspiration of the youth when you look at it. I come from, I represent the Arab countries. Then I go with the ministers and say, we are doing a lot of reforms. We are top reformers in many of the reform. I say, yes, you are doing the reform, but also you are a top performer when it comes to the the reform curve, but also the aspiration is very high. When the aspiration is going high, then you need to catch up with that aspiration of the youth. Otherwise, you're going to lose the youth. So that's why we are looking into a solution, how to provide better solution in order to have a better prosperity. Now, also, you heard our expert, in the bank, in many areas between sustainability, climate, and development, communication, and all these. But also we heard you, and this is also good for us to learn from you. I remember when I was a professor at university, most of my ideas, which became a research paper, it came from the youth. And I will give you a simple problem. I had a map of the globe, and I told my student, I want you to color it with minimum number of colors, but one rule. there is no two adjacent countries, they have the same color. They thought it's a simple problem, but it was so much complicated because you want to have the minimum number of colors. The amount of idea I find out from those youth, it was unbelievable. I never thought about it, the way they think, the way they approach. Maybe they didn't get the solution right, but the way they approach, how to solve that problem, it was brilliant. It was brilliant, I can quote you how many papers I published out of these ideas. And I quoted the students, that, they helped me in divining that. So maybe we're rusted, and you are more, innovative in terms of, thinking, differently. But let me now go to the business of closing today. It is now the pleasure, for me to announce the winner of the competition. As you saw, 5 brilliant teams competed in this year with 5 compelling stories. They were chosen from a pool of nearly 900 applicants representing 98 countries. This team went through 5 rounds of rigorous evaluation to stand here on this stage. The judge in this jury panel and the audience did not have any easy task in order to select those winners. In addition to the reward, the winner will also receive a certificate presented by our collaborator Rotary International that's open up an access to their local network of the challenge makers, and the opportunity to collaborate with the Ladder Worker Publishing to create an illustrated picture book telling the story of their project. And now, for the moment you have been waiting for, I will first announce this year Audience Choice winner. And can I have the envelope of the winner? Evidence choice. So we have it.
It should be there. Apologies.
Which one?
There.
Which one?
So maybe a little context. There we go.
We had this one, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because this is becoming an Oscar now. We had about 300 votes come into through our online app. The Audience Choice Award goes to Team Box. Then we have the Judy Award, and it goes to the team Tavera.
We would also like to invite all the finalists to take a photo with Dean Hassan, so if you can come to the stage. No? I think we got them all. I'll take over from here. You don't have to worry about this one.
So let me congratulate those who really win, but also for those who didn't make it. Your idea is also highly appreciated. Let's also look at it, because these ideas also it might gonna come up into a big idea where we can be implemented, and to have better impact when it comes to our community development. Thank you, and all the best.
Okay, wow, that was amazing. And now I would like to invite our partners they have a few prizes that they're offering our finalists today as part of the partnership. So I invite on stage Shreyas Navari from Ladderworks Publishing, followed by District Governor of Rotary International, Barton Goldenberg, to tell us how they're going to be working with the winners in the months to come.
Hi everyone, I'm Shreyas. I'm the co-founder of Ladderworks, and this is my friend Elias. Both of us met at the Youth Summit last year, and now we are working on a startup together. So Ladderworks is a publishing startup of picture books created by diverse storytellers. It was launched at last year's Youth Summit, so today happens to be coincidentally our first birthday. And thank you. But this magic can happen only at the Youth Summit that we were in the audience last year, and we have been honored to speak on stage this year. So we are grateful to the organizers for giving us this opportunity. Last year, we converted the story of the winning startup Project Cube. I'm sure all of you heard the amazing Chloe speak today, earlier today, into this book. And this is the first in the series of books that we are creating on inspiring startups. And our aim is to inspire at least 1 million kids and youth around the world to become social entrepreneurs. And for creating these books, we'll engage writers and community artists from diverse sections of society. So without further ado, we congratulate this year's winners and are proud to award both teams with our book deals to convert their amazing stories into picture books. I'm sure their stories will inspire everyone to make this world better and more equal. Thank you.
Let's give them a round of applause.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barton Goldenberg. I'm the District Governor of Rotary International, covering Washington, D.C. and Central Maryland. It is with great pleasure that I have the honor to be here this afternoon or this evening with you. Let me tell you a little bit about why I'm here and why it's so important, this collaboration that's happening between Rotary International, an organization of 1.2 million Rotarians in 200 countries organized in 35,000 clubs around the world, and our counterpart Rotaractors who attend the university. It's approximately 250,000 Rotaractors around the world. So we too are a global family. And the important thing right now is that next week in, I believe it's Nairobi, there'll be an announcement between an agreement, Rotary International and the World Bank, where we're working together in the field of education. So this is a collaboration that goes well beyond today's youth conference. But why is the youth conference important to me? As district governor, we last for 1 year, that's our term, and we choose a theme for the year. And this year I chose the theme, Youth, a Call to Action. And we have many conferences throughout Central Maryland and DC reinforcing the value and the importance that youth bring to the world in a variety of different topics. So when I was given the opportunity to attend this particular World Bank Youth Summit, it gave me great pleasure to be here. Just a small bit more about Rotary, and then I'd like to honor the finalists with a couple of awards. Rotary was started in 1905. Our mission is really in tune with what you're doing as well. It's referred to as service above self. That's our motto. And throughout the world, whether it's the eradication of polio, where we're about 100 cases away from eradicating polio, or whether it's local water projects or education projects or maternal projects or peace centers, around the world we are trying to, in our own little way, to make the world a better place to live. And it's the youth that are driving the future of how we work, and so it's a great honor that I am here. I'd like to just end the Rotary piece by suggesting, if those are in the audience are interested in, whether it be in this country or in your respective countries, there are Rotaract clubs. Those are from, roughly speaking, 18 to 30 years old, although that's not hard anymore, that are organized as groups in the same way that we as Rotaractors are organized as groups, and I would encourage you to reach out to them in your particular country or city. 3 goals to Rotary. We build leaders. So every youth has an opportunity to be mentored or coached by successful businessmen and women around the world, leadership building. We're also connectors. Because of who we are and where we work around the world and with all our various partners, all Rotarians are a part of a large network where we're connected to multiple organizations, not just the World Bank, but literally dozens and dozens of international partners around the world. We are one of the few organizations that helped found the United Nations, and we therefore sit as an honorary multiple seats on the United Nations, just to give you an example. And number 3, we are educators. Educators around the world in a variety of different ways with high school children, elementary children, high schools, and many of you may also know we're very involved in peace centers and the peace processes around the world. We have built, I believe it's 7 peace centers around the world. For those that are interested, we have a wonderful $30,000 scholarship that are given to students to study in our peace centers. You have to apply therein. That's enough about Rotary. Let me take the opportunity to congratulate all of the finalists, and what we'd like to do is to give you, or at least I would like to give you, a District Governor Certificate of Recognition of Outstanding Service. And with that, may I have the awards, please?
Okay. Maybe we'll go to center stage and I'll read them and you can present them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Want me to come there?
Yes, please. I invite you up here, yes. So, first award for Hope Nadlovu. Kaushal Shetty and Madhav Dutt. Ayushi Casey. Mercedes Bedard, representing Gonzalo Ortega. And on behalf of Nono Upurum, who's joining us from Nigeria, we have Annie Liang, the competition lead, accepting.